Morning, everyone. It is 9:30 on November 23rd, Monday before Thanksgiving, and we've got our bi-weekly or weekly update. From a Board of Selectmen perspective, just kind of national type issues to talk about, which both Jim and Bill are going to talk about in a minute. Be aware of COVID over the holidays, shop locally, donate to the food pantry. And then also this upcoming Saturday is Small Business Saturday. So go down to the harbor and go to North Scituate, and again, try and help support our local small businesses in town. That being said, I'll let Jim go next and kind of go into the details.
Sure. Cases continue to rise here in Scituate. Since last Monday, we've now had 25 new COVID cases. That's up from 22 we had the previous week. The majority of those are new cases at new addresses. We are now yellow on the state COVID map. Our positivity rate as of last Thursday was 2.72% over the previous 14 days. That's up from 1.73% the previous week. So our numbers are spiking up. CDC and Mass Department of Public Health have issued guidelines for the Thanksgiving holiday this Thursday. They're urging people to stay home for the holidays and not travel or attend large holiday gatherings. Health officials are concerned that Thanksgiving could be a super spreader event, leading to even larger outbreaks and corona cases across the state and the country. We are being asked to limit gatherings to people that we live with or small groups of people that we are in regular contact with. If you are having or attending a larger gathering, remember the state restrictions on gatherings are in effect. No more than 10 people inside at private gatherings and 25 people outside at private gatherings. You should wear a mask and social distance to the extent possible. If you are traveling out of state, please be aware that the state travel restrictions may apply to you. The only lower risk states currently in New England are Vermont and Maine. New Hampshire is now a high risk state. If you travel to a higher risk state, you either must quarantine for 14 days upon your return or have a negative COVID-19 test that was administered within 72 hours prior to your arrival back in Massachusetts. Those guidelines are all available on the state website, mass.gov, and we'll have a link to those on our website at situatema.gov. Just to reiterate what we've been saying, this is a crucial time. The cases are spiking across the country as we wait for the first doses of the vaccine to become available. If the numbers continue to rise here in Massachusetts and across the country, we will see a rollback in openings. Remember that it's not about you. It's about the people that you come in contact with. It's about your parents and your grandparents. It's about your uncles and aunts and your children, and it's about the people that your children go to school with and their teachers. Risky behavior on your part puts everybody else at risk. We, as a town, do not want to have to impose further restrictions on people, but that decision will really be up to the people of Scituate and the people of the Commonwealth and how they behave over the next several weeks. So please follow the guidelines, wear your mask, wash your hands, stay home if you don't feel well. And if you don't feel well and you have symptoms, it's pretty easy at this point to get a test, so go out and get yourself tested. The ban on watering, we're now in a moderate drought as opposed to a severe drought. The reservoir is at 38.84%. Rainfall was 0.04 of an inch last week, and our water through the treatment plant was just about the same as the week before, at about 478,000 gallons. We are still doing seasonal shutoffs. They are by appointment only. They are no contact. And with the rise in coronaviruses across the state, we've instituted our A and B schedule at the treatment plant that we had in the spring to make sure that our plant operators are separate and remain safe, and we always have employees on staff that are able to operate that plant. So if you need a shut off, go to the website, Scituate Water Department page, fill out the form, and someone will come out and do your water shut off. We'll make an appointment. Finally, we've talked about it before, but the Cole Parkway project, the marina project, where we're going to put the marina on pilings. The contractor has set the fences up in Cole Parkway for his laydown site and the storage site. There is some traffic rerouting through Cole Parkway. There is signage, there is paintings on the street, and there are barriers. We just ask that you use caution going through there. The contractor will be bringing in all the supplies and probably be starting that project a little bit later on this winter. That's all I have.
Great. Thanks, Jim. Over to you, Bill.
Thank you. So a quick COVID update. For the schools, we've had 16 cases in the past week, which is a considerable spike. 13 have been at Scituate High School, which you may know is on full remote learning right now and will return next Monday after the Thanksgiving holiday. Most of those cases are connected to the original cases and the reason why we went remote. There was two cases at the Gates Elementary School over the course of the week and one at Jenkins. Again, no evidence that any of these cases originated in the schools. Just a reminder on the flu vaccine, the Massachusetts Department of Public Health has implemented a mandatory seasonal influenza vaccine for all school students. This vaccine is required by 12/31/20 and is required to remain in school. Please forward your students' documentation to your building school nurse and don't hesitate to reach out if you have any questions. Just to reiterate, the town administrator had spoke of on travel protocol as we enter the holiday season, traditionally one with increased travel, and as COVID numbers continue to rise nationwide and in our town and schools, please review the district's travel protocol. We sent one out in our Thursday thoughts, and we'd be happy to share one with you if you do not have it, or if you're unclear about these guidelines, please contact your school nurse or principal. I'd like to give our select board, advisory committee, town administrator, school committee, and town meeting members a big shout out for supporting our schools and passing Articles 3 and 9 unanimously at the recent town meeting, financially supporting our hybrid full-day kindergarten and the start of our first ever special education stability fund. So we really appreciate the support. And just end with some sailor shout outs to our last week was National Paraprofessional Week, and our dedicated and hardworking paraprofessionals, they're a heartbeat of our schools, and your incredible efforts do not go unnoticed, so thank you all. And to everyone out there, happy Thanksgiving, everyone, and please enjoy the holiday break.
Great. Thank you, Bill. And again, I will wrap it up just by wishing everybody a happy Thanksgiving. Please be careful out there. Please support your neighbors, check on your neighbors, and have a great long weekend.